Today on this old house, we had some leftover Ipe decking from the front of the house. Good looking door. So we're talking keyless entry, huh?
Keys are going by the wayside.
And we're helping our homeowners recycle their favorite trees.
What happened to all this plumbing here?
I've never seen anything like this before.
There's already rot going on in that trunk.
So what have you found up here?
Well, a bit of a surprise.
It's really the classic plumber's lament. Nice.
It's 5 bathrooms, it's a kitchen, it's a full new mechanical. It's going to be a big.
Sounds like you guys have a plan.
I think we do.
Money's in the details. That is beautiful. Hey there, I'm Kevin O'Connor, and welcome back to this old house here in Narragansett, Rhode Island, where our 1890s Queen Anne Victorian is just a couple weeks away from being turned over to our homeowners. So let's have a look at the backyard. A lot going on back here. You can see that there's going to be an outdoor kitchen area, complete with a pizza oven that came to us all the way from Ohio. Right here is a cool feature. The back of the garage is actually going to be a cabana. This window will hinge up and you'll be able to move food and people in and out between outside and inside. Back here, we've got an entrance, a mudroom, as well as stairs down to the basement. We're going to be working on that bulkhead cover later. And then right here, which you can't see because it's being protected, is a soaking pool. Beautiful feature that they're going to enjoy in the summer. Now, here's the hatch, actually, that they are thinking about putting on top of the bulkhead. So we're going to address that a little bit later. Now, the thing that makes up most of the hardscaping out back are these pavers. This is actually limestone, natural, quarried in Indiana, and shipped to us, and it makes a beautiful facade for this entire area. The original house, well, it sits right here, and this originally was an outhouse of all things. That has been converted to a pantry inside, but check out the details. The beautiful copper work on the gutters and the carpentry. These little roofs right here over the doorways, replicated by Jeff and his crew. Beautiful details like the moldings and the brackets. Exquisite. Now the backyard, which is mostly hardscaping, slowly transitions as you come out front to a combination of hardscaping as well as softscaping. Jen and her team have come up with a plan for foundation plantings, most of which will be on this side of the sidewalk. And then on this side, well, as you come forward, somewhere right about here, I would say, there's going to be a fence separating the backyard from the front. And in the front, Jen's thinking a lot of sod for a lawn, but also privacy. She wants some tall evergreens right here. And she has her heart set on some trees about 30 miles from here, and they're already in someone's yard. Hey, Jen.
Hey, Kevin, good morning.
Good morning. So what's this, a new way of shopping for plants? Just roll up on a yard and take what you want?
No. This is the homeowner's house. This is where they live now. And
okay.
they have a lot of beautiful plants, but these in particular are fern spray cypress. And they really want to bring them to their new home. Yellow is one of their favorite colors, and I think it's going to just fill in a void, give us some screening.
Okay, so what did you call it?
This is a golden fern spray cypress. So it's an evergreen. It's not going to lose its foliage.
Okay, so this is the color we want here. This is not like an evergreen dried out.
No. And then as it gets into the warmth season, the yellow will pop a little bit
Gotcha.
more.
Okay, so how long have these been in the ground? How mature are they?
This tree is probably about 10 years old, but it's only been in this ground right here for about 2 years.
And how big are we going to get?
It's going to get like 15, 20 high and like 10 wide.
So serious screening.
Yeah, but anything's prunable. You shape it, you prune it to fit the space. We're going to dig around it and get a nice root ball so all the roots stay intact.
Gotcha.
They're going to lift it out, place it on the burlap. All right, this is great, you guys. It looks like you guys have cut a perfect shape around the side. There's all these feeder roots coming out. So what we're going to do next is take the burlap, tie it nice and snug around it so it keeps the root ball intact because you don't want it to fall apart.
Yeah. So how much tree are we looking at right there?
If you go to a nursery, this is going to be a $300, $350 tree.
And we're moving how many today?
4.
Nice.
Okay, So we're going to tarp the trees up, so that'll protect them from any windburn and transport and just keep everything safe. Machines loaded. It's time to go.
Back to Narragansett.
Yep.
So they seem to have transported just fine, Jen.
These are going to be perfect here. That transport worked out great. So we have the property line sprayed, and what we're doing is going to plant them 4 feet on center. It's going to be a really amazing evergreen screen. Here's their living room window. This is the front porch. So this is a really busy street. So to create that little privacy factor, it's really going to be beneficial.
Yeah, I mean, street on this side, but also that's a bit. You don't want this, right?
Right. So this is going to be evergreen. The privet loses its leaves, and that's fine for the front. But here, it's going to provide a really private screen for them.
So you're hoping they're going to grow into each other, so you have sort of a monolithic wall.
Yes. If I was going to plant it as a specimen tree, I would give it a much more space to grow out and do its thing. But here, I want it to grow together as a wall, and so we're planting them nice and tight to provide that privacy screen. These trees are going to grow about 3 to 4 inches a year.
Yeah.
And so when you fill in that gap with 3 to 4 inches, you're almost there in probably 2 years.
2 years, you think we're solid right through.
Yep.
Good stuff, and thanks to your crew.
Yeah, thank you.
Here. Riley.
Hey, Tom.
Cabinet's looking good. I love this island. It's huge. This is really made well. You can see it's a plywood box of the carcass here, 5/8 an inch thick, and then they wrapped it with solid maple, and that looks like it's got a nice dye on it, 3/4 of an inch thick. It's nice and big. The flush panels. I love the finish. And these drawers, walnut drawers.
Yeah, nice dividers, and check this out.
Oh, lights.
Lights in every drawer. They turn on when you open it.
Wow, that's handy. All of them.
Yep.
Yeah, I like
They all
that.
have the soft close,
Very nice.
and as they shut, the lights turn off.
All right. So I'm here to give you a hand with the range hood.
Yep, that's the spot. That's where it goes.
All right. So you look like you had to head off something for the pipe.
Yeah, there's a center stud there. We had to head off, and we've got our vent going right out there. And let me show you how we do it.
All right.
All right, so here's the hood. And the unique thing about this is we've got the motor right here and the metal mechanism already installed to make it much easier later on for the HVAC guys.
Right. Normally what you do is you take the box and the frame and everything, and we mount it on the wall. Then you got to climb up inside the hood, connect the ductwork, the wiring, get the metal in there. I mean, this is a great design.
Yeah, super easy.
So this is going to go in 2 pieces.
Yep, this gets installed on the wall, and then we've got a top piece that slips right over and covers up all our ductwork.
All right, so let's get this in. Do we need Aaron to give us a hand?
That'd be great.
Pick it up.
All right.
You in?
Yep.
Get it on that cleat. Perfect. All right, you got a mark on that side? A little to you? I'm about 1/8 of an inch away from the line.
All right. Pull this wire through.
I think that's it.
All right.
All right, that's on there. Good. Put the rest of the screws in there. All right, that it?
That's it.
Okay, so now what we can do is we can check it to see if it's level in 2 directions here. This way it's a little low in this corner. Check it this way. It's a little low in the front, so this has to go up. So we'll just tighten that turnbuckle a little bit.
You tell me when.
Right there. Okay, check it across the front. And that looks pretty good that way. All right, so now before anything else happens, the duct guy can come in, cut his hole, connect the ductwork. The electrician come in and do his wiring. When they're done, take the hood and slide it in place.
That's it.
Let's get it and see how it looks. Watch that wire. Heat it up. Snaps right Nice. All right, that looks good. Now all we need is the duck guy.
There are many ways to get a new lawn, but the fastest way to do it is using sod, and that's what we're gonna do. Over here, they come in rolls, and the rolls are 5 feet long by 2 feet wide, and they are cut, they are harvested, they're rolled up, and they're put on these pallets. One pallet is about 500 square feet. So all you do is prepare the ground to the level you want it and roll out the green carpet. And then all these roots are going to attach to the soil and become your new lawn. So an important thing when you're rolling out the sod, you have to make sure the edges butt up together. So in about a month's time, all those edges will knit together and you won't see the line. It'll become one uniform lawn. Rhode Island is a good place to grow sod. The fields are planted, watered, and cultivated until the grass is the right height for harvest. This farm sits on a thick deposit of loam. That allows the grower to cut a thin layer of soil below the grass. A special machine cuts the sod and rolls it. It's then stacked in trucks to create someone's lawn. This farm will service much of southern New England. And just like that, we have an instant lawn. We rolled out the green carpet. It's really coming together.
Hey Tom, how you doing?
Pretty good, thank you.
Good.
I see you're ready for the bulkhead door.
Yep, so we wanted to make a real nice bulkhead door to go on this beautiful patio. We came up with something in the shop. Let me show you.
All right. All right, so you got an angle piece right there.
Yep, so here's our frame. It's going to sit right on the foundation and get bolted right through. And we've got it pitched away from the house so that water sheds
Slopes
right
down.
away.
Nice. And it's all pressure treated framing, and I see you've got PVC for the trim, so that's not going to rot or anything. That's in good shape, yeah.
And then here's the door. So we had some leftover Ipe decking from the front of the house. Yeah, it's pretty heavy.
Ironwood,
It's
yeah.
some dense wood. But we know it's going to last, and we didn't want the water to get through the seams here. So we actually took the time and put a spline in between each board, kind of acting like a tongue and groove.
So you dadoed them.
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly.
I see, yeah. Nice. The splines are cutting right in there. And the nice thing is you've given enough room in the splines to allow for the movement of the wood. And the eBay doesn't move that much, but having it in like that is good.
Yeah, we don't want any separation or splitting going on, so
Right.
we're accounted for that.
And what's it sitting on?
The bottom is a 3/4 sheet of MDO.
Yeah, the MDO is nice because they usually make road signs out of that.
And then we've also got these cross members here that are going to hold us nice and flat.
Oh, that's good. All right, let's get started.
Let's do it. First things first, we got to put this frame on the foundation. We're going to have Peter give us a hand.
I see you've got the sill seal down here, so it'll seal underneath it once we get it bolted down.
We're good for 2.
All right. Okay, yeah. How's that?
It's good everywhere.
Looks like it's down. Okay, so we get some washers, some nuts.
So before we bolt this down, we've got one more piece
Yep.
that's going to go right across the front.
All right, so other than holding that nice and square and parallel, it's also blocking the space so no critters or anything can get up underneath. All right, so now let's get the washers and the nuts on there and tighten it down. These anchor bolts actually work really well. Drill a hole a little bit bigger than the shaft, or basically this cup right here. So when you tighten this down, it wants to pull the shaft up, and these cones will stay at the bottom, and they spread out as the cone of this comes up into it and locks itself on the side of the hole, and you can't get them out. Definitely a heavy door.
Yeah, it is.
Let's say it's not going to blow up on its right up at the top. You got that in?
Yep.
Nice. All right, you got the holes pre-drilled, which is nice.
The hinge is all set, screwed in. We've got one more piece to put on the top here.
Yeah.
This is a tapered piece that tapers from the center out. And any water that gets back is going to shed away from the
All
door.
right, and you get a secondary piece to fill that crack of the joint there.
Exactly.
Very nice. So when that opens up, it's going to be beautiful. All right, let's try the door, see how it works.
All right.
Up we go. Yeah, definitely heavy. Okay. Oh, yeah. So I noticed that you've actually incorporated 2 pieces of silicone weather stripping right here, and also a groove right there, which is pretty clever. That's probably for the water that comes between the joint of the decking and the trim work. Any water that migrates in is going to run right down that trough and drip out.
And obviously this is a really heavy door, so we need some assistance with lifting and closing. So we've got some gas pistons on order. They should be here this week, and they'll just pop right on these balls here,
Right.
and down at the bottom.
Yeah, because I can't be here all the time, you know.
It's coming to you.
All right. Oh, yeah. Didn't get any lighter. Nice. Good looking door.
Our homeowners are big fans of technology, right down to all of the door locks in this house, huh, Jeff?
Yeah. Keys are going by the wayside.
So we're talking keyless entry, huh?
There's your key right there.
Really? So you
Yep.
just wave the phone and it unlocks it?
Even download the directions. The installation directions are on the phone. As soon as you put in the QR code, it takes over. So this is the outside module, and it basically, there's 2 ways to enter, or 3 ways to enter, really. There's a key code, so you punch in your code, whatever it is, and that'll let you in. The second thing is, as long as you have your phone within a certain range of the door lock, it'll open automatically for you. And then additionally, if you want to let somebody in remotely, you can use your phone, send a signal, that'll unlock that lock. So that's on the inside. When you get inside and when you're leaving, all you do is wave your hand in front of it, it'll automatically lock.
So I kind of like the convenience, and you can imagine if you've got a handful of groceries and your phone's in your pocket, that's
Yeah.
enough to activate it.
Yeah.
I think, they're hot, they're catching on, but they do run on batteries, right?
do.
I mean, they're not hardwired, so they could die, and in
Yeah.
that case, are we locked out of our house?
Well, the directions say the battery should last about a year. And
We
what
got 4
could
double A's right here.
4 double A's. So what could influence that side of the strike plate?
Yeah.
You might wear the battery out sooner. So there'll always be one of the lock sets in the house. I think there's 4 of them. One of them will have a key in the event that all 4 of them, the batteries
So
die.
all electric is gone, the key will always work.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And we don't need electric. So there's no power here other than battery power. So that's convenient.
Cool. All right, and so in terms of installation, how straightforward is that?
Well, it's got a little bit more electronics parts to it, but overall, it's a door lock for start, so we've got a regular strike. You can see the bottom set is just a passage set, so this is how you open and close it, and there's a latch there.
Did you guys bore this, or did it come bored already?
Well, we bored it because we bought it without any boring because we weren't sure the particulars of how this was going to work, and as you can see, this set right here has got a square strike plate,
Yeah.
and then this deadbolt set has got an eased edge, rounded edge.
Yeah.
So, that we would have been stuck with whatever we got from the factory if we had gotten a factory board.
Okay, but now that you've got a board, these look like all sort of the standard dimensions.
Yep. Yeah,
that's
2
it
and
right
2
there.
and 3/8 offset. There's a little arrow in there that says up. Got 2 screws to go in. Okay. So the outside piece, the wire controller threads underneath the deadbolt, and then this plate, thread that through the bottom. Yeah.
Okay, and there's 2 little posts right here that seem to line up right there.
Yep.
All right. Then you're pulling the outside half to the inside half together.
Okay.
Now this guy, so there's a connection somewhere for the wire?
There is. There's a little keeper. That wire goes underneath that keeper and into that receptacle right there. So I'm going to put the plug in first. And tuck it underneath that keeper. Now that's going to go in horizontal, which it is. Okay, and there's 3 little black screws there.
On your way.
Alright, so let's just check that, see if that bolt goes in and out. This is what connects to your phone. And there's a plug right there. Alright, now the batteries.
You couldn't do this without me, could you?
No, I couldn't. I'd be lost. Okay, the last piece is this faceplate. I just heard it talk to me, so I think we're in business. So this button right here, Kevin, is an override button. So once that door is locked and you press that button, now even if somebody has the passcode, they can't get in. So just a little extra security.
But you can always get out because you can unlock it from the inside, no problem. Okay.
Let's see if it works.
Yeah, sure.
Lock me out.
You installed it, so we'll give it a try. All right. Okay, that deadbolt's set. Hey, look at that, huh?
Works like a charm.
Not too bad. You know, I guess that for future renovations, you're going to be putting in a lot of those
I
things.
think so. Keys are going to go by the wayside.
Nice. All right. So just a couple weeks left to go. Tons to do. Any highlights for next week?
Yeah, so one of the things we're going to do here in the kitchen, we've got kitchen cabinets, but this space right here is that walk-through to the pantry, which used to be the outhouse. But we've got a cabinet door going here, so from this appearance, it's going to look like a piece of cabinetry, but you're going to open it up, and instead of being 2 feet deep, it's going to be 8 feet deep.
The secret outhouse turned pantry. Very nice. All right, that and a whole bunch more next time. So until then, I'm Kevin O'Connor.
And I'm Jeff Sweener.
This old house here in Narragansett, Rhode Island. I love the fact that was an old outhouse, but converted. Next time on This Old House.
Put in marble with a chevron pattern when you put them together.
And each one of these pieces is a different type of marble?
Yes.
So we've got outside miters, inside miters, we've got 45s, and we've got coats. What do you want to do?
Well, the first thing you got to think about is how do you like to work a saw, or what's your best hand? Are you a lefty or a righty? Put it in the corner.